All right. It says we should be live. Hopefully, this is an important topic to everyone. Hopefully, people aren't don't have the attitude of this isn't important. Why is he wasting his time with something like this? Because it's very important that we understand these psyops. We very important that we understand what they're doing, how they're trying to, you have to understand your enemy. You have to understand, you know, um, how they're trying to go about getting their goal of having this world order. And they have a thing. I'm going to show you guys a quote from the CIA agent who says everything the American public, or will know our disinformation campaign is complete when everything the American public believes is false. So that's pretty much where we're at in today's society. Everything on television is certainly contrived and fake. The news, it looks like everything else is controlled. And when I tell you guys it's controlled, I mean it's controlled hardcore, very, very heavy. Matter of fact, I don't even believe there's if any, real news stories on anymore. I believe 99.9% of all news stories are fake. Now, obviously, I guess the weather we can say they get right sometimes, but people need to understand what hand they're playing, what's being dealt, and I certainly do. I don't spend a lot of time, myself looking into these things because I know it's all fake. I know it's all psyops. I know that they have an end goal in mind. This right here is just disgusting. They obviously always have their hoaxes and psyops, and this is no different. Going back to the beginning, they love their television. Greatest invention ever created, according to them, invented because they know that they can control everybody's thoughts, everybody's fears, and that's the goal, right? They want you to not feel safe at home, not feel safe at the store, um, right? Not at work, not at church, not at a mall, not at a school, not at a spa, not at a movie theater. You're not even safe at home. Uh, you know what I mean? Basically, they're just trying to control you through fear, uh, trying to scare you straight. So this is contrived. This divide and conquer. This is how they do it. They keep the people fighting with each other instead of people looking at this and using discernment and actually having some common sense. They're gonna fight with each other. They're gonna sit here and look at each other and say, "Oh, can you believe that this happened? Oh my goodness, people today are just so crazy." And believe in this whole, you know what? I'll just say racist. Okay, racism is hate in your heart. Okay, and it doesn't matter what color you are. If you have hate for another person's race, uh, you're a racist, you have hate in your heart. And hopefully, none of my viewers have any hate in heart. Hopefully, you see people um, as an open book. You judge them on their fruit as we're supposed to. None of us can control what color we are born. So to judge someone over it, hold someone accountable for, or hold someone say someone's a bad person or whatever, say about a person because of it is absolutely horrible. I'm not for that. Never have been. As you guys can see, um, it's just a divide and conquer tactic, and it works very, very well. And people need to stick together and go against what really is the problem and the enemy is the elite, the establishment. These news stories coming out lying every day. And I could say so much on this, but I've already spent 5 minutes, just kind of introduction. I'm gonna talk a little bit about this. As you guys already know, as you guys can see from the picture, it says IHS, right? And you guys know that stands for the International House, right? The International Jesuit Society, right? So, of course, they're putting their truth right out in plain sight of who's behind it. The Jesuits, the Catholic Church, the elite, the people who run this world, um, the Freemasons, the people at the very, very top. They're the one that's in control of this, in control of this world, and they're truly, truly sick, sick, demented people, and it's important that we understand that. So, according to what the news says on Saturday, May 14th, 2022, which the date alone we're going to get into. Um, it says on May 20th, a mass, what occurred in Buffalo, New York, at a Tops Friendly Market store, a supermarket in the Kingsley neighborhood on the eastern side of the city. 10 people were killed and 3 people were injured. 11 of them were black. The shooter live streamed the attack on Twitch. Give me a break. If people fall for this, then I feel sorry for them. I mean, it's really, really sad. This is disgusting because they have no discernment. Absolutely no discernment. This is totally a psyop, and it's meant to, like I said, divide people, to control people. Um, as you guys know, this is the year of the tiger, 2022, and so not only are we, it is 2022, but the number for the year of the tiger is number 42, and a lot of these psyops have the number 42 in it. Very important to the occult, and especially for this year, a lot of psyops. Matter of fact, going into the year tiger, the thing that happened in Oxford, I covered that actually, and that was huge. 33 and 42 numerology numbers that were used in that. And like I said, and they've been using it nonstop. So as you guys can see right there on the screen, that's the International House of, excuse me, is it on the screen yet? It's the, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys the screen. It's the, are you guys seeing it? I'm sorry, anyways, it's the Catholics and the Jesuits, and I'm gonna, sorry, my screen, yeah, it's working. Okay, it is sharing. You can see you got your crisis actors right here. She's down on the ground weeping and crying, and they seem to get a lot of these crisis actors. Some of them are better than others, but usually they're pretty terrible. But what we're looking at right here is this right here, as you guys can see, the IHS. Let me see if I can maybe put an arrow on it for you guys to see, to show you guys. Well, I mean, obviously, I know you guys know what I'm talking about, but I want to, just in case somebody that's never watched my channel, I'm like, what is he talking about? This right here, this symbol right here. Um, this is the International House of, this is the Jesuit Society symbol. I'm not sure exactly what the IHS stands for. I mean, I do, but I have to look it up. I know it's for the Jesuits Catholic Church, Jesuitical Society. And of course, look at him. These people they look at them. They're fake dupe and delight, and we're gonna get into it, dupe and delight. So don't worry about that. We'll cover that subject. But these people are crisis actors. That's what they are, and they're, some of them, like I said, are better than others. This guy right here, he is ridiculous. He loves his little airtime that he's getting on all the news stations, and it's really ridiculous, to be honest with you. It's like this the first time they get to star in their little movie. So um, I'm not sure. I didn't mean to cover him like that, but anyways, you guys get the point. But yeah, I meant to put just highlight him, I guess. But he is an actor. His name is Ben Crump, and he's the attorney for Ruth Whitfield's family, I believe. The son's name is Garnell. Of course, they put him on stage on the news, and of course, he's a retired firefighter. Go figure. But his name in numerology, Garnell, is 33, by no coincidence at all. And we're going to get into this. We're going to get started into this because I don't want to waste a whole lot of time. So as you can see, crisis actor right here, and this guy right here, another crisis actor. Uh, like I said, they're not even very good. You can't even see this crisis actor. So we got all the crisis actors. Oh, we don't have this one. And the poor baby, she don't know what's going on. She just sees people crying, fake crying, sad. So the babies are going to pick up on that emotion. And so I'm sure the baby's emotion is real, but this is dupe in the light, crisis actor, dupe in the light, crisis actor. And she's just sitting there. Look at her. No tears. Where's the tears coming down? There isn't any. I'm going to have to start singing that Justin Timberlake song, even though I never would. Terrible, but cry me a river. Right? Ridiculous. Cry him a river, guys. She is a liar. Okay? I know I'm terrible at art, but As you guys can see, the little teardrops. She's just a liar. Okay, this is fake. This is a psyop, and they're trying to control people, and I have a serious problem with it. They're definitely have an end goal. So I'm gonna share real quick on this screen, and then I'm gonna get back to the picture sharing. But first, and I hope you guys, like I said, appreciate this because this does take time that I certainly could be doing other things with. But like I said, so many people believe the news. So many people are gonna fall for this, repost this, say, can you believe that, people like this exist in the world? And obviously, there are sick, demented people that are racist in the world. That goes for every single race, every single culture. They have people that hate their culture and people that are racist, and there's people in those cultures that hate other cultures. It's just the way that it goes. There's always going to be a few bad apples in every bunch. However, I take a drink, guys, because I know I'm going to be talking for a minute. But anyways, yeah, guys. So you guys can see right here the Jesuit identity right here, the IHS. Just like I told you guys, the IHS sun, and as you guys can see, um, you see their little cultic angels, their little cherubs or whatever. But yeah, this is a sign of Jesuitry. I think where was the one? Yeah, right here. Okay, that was what one I was looking for. Right here. The IHS with the sun around it, as you guys can see, the Luciferian sun with their little daggers right there. Um, they're satanic guys. They are people that have vowed literally to, like, we can't even get into. If you go look up to what the Jesuit oath is, if you guys don't know about the oath that they take, I don't really think it's something that we can talk about on here. But these people, Jesuit oath. Let's see if it says up here. They literally. I'm not gonna read this, guys, because you guys obviously, but I furthermore promise and declare that I will, when opportunity present, make wage relentless war, secretly or openly, against all heretics, Protestants, and liberals, as I am directed to do. So they'll do anything, any psyop, anything to extirpate and exterminate. Now, does that sound like a very Christian thing? They're going to exterminate. They're willing to do whatever. So these people need to understand that they don't sacrifice people. They don't actually. People don't actually die in these events. There's not a whole lot that I can say on this platform. If you guys want me on Rockfin, let me know. I don't know much about any of that type of stuff, but I know really most of the this type of content would need to go on there. I could break down a lot of these psyops and things just like RV does. Obviously, I'm not to the level he is. That man has a very keen eye and has great discernment. Obviously, it would be awesome to one day do a live stream with someone like him. No, it will probably never happen, but it would be certainly very, very cool. Um, it would be really cool if we could make it happen on Rockfin. But like I said, I don't even know how that would work because I don't know how to work Rockfin. I don't have the OBS thing that he said or whatever. The only thing I use is StreamYard, so I don't know anything about Rockfin. I do know that it seems to be a place where you can talk openly, freely, and, as long as you're not being a hateful bigot, racist, which I have no problem with that because I believe if someone's being that way, then they shouldn't be online anyways. That's just evil hate in the heart. And like it's just sad because it seems to be happening everywhere we go these days. These people seem to be, and I left this on the screen long enough. You guys can. I'm gonna get that off the screen. We're gonna get back to the picture sharing. I don't want to leave that up there because that's just horrible. But I wanted to let you guys know what these guys swear oaths to. What their beliefs are. So that a lot of people ask me at times. They say, why would someone serve Satan? That makes no sense. What you say makes no sense. Why would someone serve Satan? Like, I don't get it. And I'm like, no, you don't get it. You don't understand the world because Satan is the God of this world for the time being until the second coming of Christ, till Jesus returns. Satan is in charge of this world. He obviously didn't create it. It's not his world, but he's in charge of it for the time being. Bible clearly tells us that. Bible clearly tells us, to use discernment, be on our feet. The devil's our adversary, and he's like a roaring lion, roaming around to devour his prey, right? Prey, not Pray. And we need to be mindful of that. This is the devil's world. He's in charge for the time being until Jesus returns. And these sick people can make pacts with him. They can, uh, if they give him honor and glory and sell out, Satan will give them worldly riches, worldly fame. He can that. He's in charge of it. That's how he did the same thing with Jesus Christ. Don't you remember in the Bible where it says he tried to tempt Jesus Christ with all the kingdoms of the world, right? And Jesus said, "Get behind me, Satan," right? And all Satan wanted Jesus to do was to bow to him, right? And to admit that he was greater and blah 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 blah. And Jesus wouldn't do that. Well, Satan wouldn't have that ability to offer him all the kingdom in the world if it wasn't his kingdom. People need to understand who's in charge right now. This absolutely is Satan's world for the time being. These people make pacts with him. They serve him. They do a lot of nasty, disgusting things for him, and they have no problem serving him at all because, like I said, they get riches and rewards for it. So, as you guys can see, I wanted to start that off again. It seems to be taking a lot of time to get through a lot of this, but there's a lot of information packed in this, and it's not something that I can just say in 2 seconds. So, if somebody that doesn't have the time, or you're, oh man, I don't, I wish, he would, spend 2 seconds for each topic. I can't. I have to go in depth. I have to prove my point, cross my dots, or dot my T's and cross my, dot my I's and cross my T's. I have to prove evidence. I have to explain it to people in a way that they'll understand, a way that they can comprehend. And it's just not something that you can rush through. And we're going to get through the numerology aspect of all this because I know you guys like it when I do that. I even took a picture of some of my notes. And like I said, I only spent a few hours on this. I watched a few news stories. I only had a few hours, like an hour and a half, I think maybe 2 hours to dedicate to this. So I spent 2 hours looking into it. Actually, I knew it was a fake event, and but there's just so much to get in. Like I said, I showed you guys the picture with the reporter Tara Lynch, and of course this is supposed to be a hate crime, and she's interviewing a African American male, and her last name is Lynch. So they love to play on names like that. They love the outrage, as you guys all know what used to happen long ago with what the people in the white robes, what the sick people did. What they would do. So they love to play on Lynch. Like I said, I don't know how much we actually can say on YouTube because I certainly don't ever want to spread any hate. I never would. And that's all. I'm real careful of the words that I choose. I don't want to offend anyone. And I certainly hope that nobody would want to offend me. I don't live my life trying to hurt people. I never would do that. And that's just a bad standard to go by. So, but like I said, these people are sick and they love, just like evil spelled or excuse me, just like live spelled backwards, how they're always live on the scene. They love it backwards because it spells evil, right? The duality. These people, let me show you right here where it says these people do things in reverse, okay? They don't do things operate like the normal society does, okay? The things that they do are backwards, reverse, okay? There's a method to their madness, I guess you could say. But let him learn to write backwards, let him learn to walk backwards, let him listen to phonographic records in reverse, let him practice speaking backwards, let him read backwards. Instead of saying I am he, let him say Ima I. So that's straight from their books, guys. It's not like no conspiracy theory. That's not like no you know there's no conspiracy, guys, at all. That's the truth, and it's just what it is. So we need to understand that these people are occultists. They don't do things normally. They don't do things like the average person. But we'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything the American public believes is false. And this was the William Casey, CIA director in 1981. And I truly, 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 honestly, sincerely believe that we're living in the days that um, everything the American public believes is just false. I mean, it's every story, news story seems to be fake. It seems to be fake, fake, fake news stories. And like I said, there's a song by Morrissey called "Stop Watching the News," and people need to listen to it. It goes, "I want you to stop watching the news because the news contrives to frighten you, right? To make you feel small and alone, to make you feel that your mind isn't your own." And then the song goes, "I spent the day in bed," because a lot of people just sit around watching TV, spending the day in bed, sitting on the couch or wherever, and they're sitting there getting pumped full of propaganda because the TV is their propaganda machine. It's their information machine, and the news wouldn't work without it. Okay, newspapers only go so far. Yeah, they can put fake stories out in the newspaper, and circulate it that way, but it doesn't have the effect as live TV. It just doesn't. Live TV has changed things for them. There's a reason why live spelled backwards is evil. So, like I told you, these people do things in reverse. And they're telling you right here out of their own mouth, the CIA director, this is not no Joe, no conspiracy guy, no some guy talking down the street who just talking out of his butt or someone's opinion. This is William Casey, the CIA director from 1981, who says we will know our disinformation program is complete when everything the American public believes is false. Why do you not believe these liars when they tell you talk to you the truth? I mean, because when they actually tell you the truth, like you believe them when they're on the news telling you everything. Why don't you believe them when they're telling you about, well, no, our disinformation program is complete when everything the American public believes is false? And I believe that we're there because, like I said, I don't watch the news. I don't even watch TV. I don't have cable. None of that. Like I said, if when my TV's on, it's a TV show. Or excuse me, it's not a TV show. It's not a I haven't even watched a commercial in years. The only way I even see these new commercials that are out is because I watch Shaking My Head Productions, and he does a lot of the new commercials, and he'll show like the symbology and stuff like that in them. That's the only reason I know a lot of these new commercials and stuff. But as far as like and same with like these actors and music, I never even heard of these people unless I get a computer and there's a front page of Google or something about them, as I'm going, which I don't even spend ever on Google, but I'm just saying, an ad for some tab, Google see the number one spot that's always open. Don't use Google as your search engine, guys. Don't use Google. It's terrible. I recommend it at all. But like I said, I don't know who they are. All these people. I can tell you a new artist from the last 20 years. People probably laugh at that, but it's the truth. I don't pay attention to it. I don't know it. I'm living the life I'm supposed to be. I don't set wicked things before my eyes. I'm not sitting there watching all that Disney channels and all this other stuff, and I don't let my kids watch it either, guys. So, but every once in a while, like I said, I happen to come across this story because I watched Brian Dinglinger's channel, and he was pushing it. He had put it out, oh, Freemasonic ritual, you know what? And I'm like, man, it is a Freemasonic ritual, but it's not. It's not something where anybody had to pass away. Nobody lost their life in this. This is a hoax. Okay, and I want to show you guys the picture of how they brought this guy to court. Complete joke. This is a Freemasonic initiation, just like with Pink, and I'm going to show you that too. We're going to connect all the dots. I just want to, like I said, put the information out there and people understand. We're going to get to the numerology in a little bit, and let me come here to this one. When the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, a great veil falls from the eyes of men. See, they're telling you he's a third-degree Freemason. He's someone all these occultists, all these Satanists look up to. This man right here. It's telling you when the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, the stuff that I'm trying to bring to you guys. I'm trying to show you guys the symbolism. Okay? RV's been trying to do that too, but people just reject it. He's obviously been doing it a lot longer than me, but I'm trying my best, guys. And like I said, I don't have a lot of great equipment. That's why I'm trying to get people to support me. You like this channel, you like what I'm doing, you like, you know, you know, I appreciate people that show me that um, that my time isn't invalid, that it's not worthless. So I appreciate everyone for the support, everyone that watches it. Like I said, anybody that can, I know not many people can, but if you ever can make a donation through Cash App, that's always, like I said, it's not something that I asked for. Um, but like I said, it's something that does go a long way because it helps the channel. And like I said, I only use it to buy software and to further the channel. It's not like it goes in my pocket or I go eat out on there or have a cup of coffee on it or whatever. It goes, whatever I get goes right back into the channel. So it's only to make the channel better and be able to get more truth out there. I'd really like to be on Rockfin so that way I can break down a lot of these psyops because I believe I could do it like a lot, in depth that other people can't do it. Some people might be able to show one or two things and say, hey, this is a fake or this is a hoax, but I can really expose it, show the numerology, to read the language of symbolism, or like I said, you can become a Patreon. I appreciate then they shall know and more than that, they shall realize that from the beginning it has been in the world unrecognized by all, but gradually increasing the number of appointed, but gradually increasing number appointed by the lords of the dawn, Satan, right? Lord of the dawn, minister of human creatures struggle to reign in consciousness of the divinity. So this is a Satanist, but he's flat out telling you the truth right there that people need to learn the language that they speak in. Okay, these people are occultists. They speak in a language. They're creating chaos, order out of chaos. They have um, a goal, an end goal in mind, right? They create the problem and they had the solution all along, right? The thesis and the antithesis. So we're going to get started here. Like I said, the thesis and the antithesis, the Hegelian dialectic or the Jesuit dialectic. And like I said, you guys know the Jesuits are at play here because I've already proved that with the picture that I showed first. So let me see if right here. So the Jesuitical order out of chaos. Okay, there's a reason why spotlighting this. You see the number 33 right there. You see the IHS order out of chaos, right? Smiling faces tell lies. They don't tell the truth. That's it, right? Removal of some transfer of power to the one world government under the Vatican of Rome. That's what they want, and they're using this little racial psyop to get their goal going. Okay, there's a reason for this. They have a goal, and there's an end game for this. Okay, it's order out of chaos. They create the problem that they've already had the solution for all along. So then they come in looking like the saviors. Okay, this is to separate people, divide and conquer, guys. There's a reason for this. It's to divide and conquer. And the weak people, the sheep, they're going to devour them. They're going to eat them up because they have no discernment, right? Because they went to school and education should aim at destroying free will so that as the pupils are thus schooled, they will be incapable throughout the rest of their lives of thinking or acting otherwise than their schoolmasters would have wished. And that's exactly the truth. You think your schoolmasters want you to, and most of them don't even know. And now some of them are in on it. Some of them, a lot of actually are now. Freemasonic, connected people that absolutely know what's going on. But back in the day, a lot of times teachers were just, they were lied to, and then people before them were lied to, and they just believed the textbook and they believed what they were told, and they never questioned it. People never questioned it because when they're in school and these people that they look up to, and their adults are telling them, hey, you got to go to this school. These people are going to teach you all this stuff. You're going to learn all this stuff, and they started this stuff because think about it. Parents weren't in the school with the pupils learning. They got to be able to take the kids from the homes, put them in their schools, and they could put whatever they want in front of them and send them home. And the parents didn't know about it. Parents were busy working on the farm, doing this, doing that, tending the cattle, sheep, herding, whatever. They don't have time to go in and read books with their kids. Most of them didn't even know how to read. So they stole a lot of these kids out of their houses and threatened them that if they didn't, standardize them to public schooling and this, that, and the other, they take their kids away. And like I said, there was a reason for it. It's public indoctrination. It's not only to make them hate God and believe in God. But like I said, it's divided the way these people work. You know, this like field. This is the picture that Nightline. As you guys can see, this is Nightline News right here. Let me see if I can. Yeah, right there. You guys can see Nightline News. Fox News right here showing. Look, these are crisis actors. Like I show you, this is Ben Crump, the attorney for the Whitfield, and you got your right here, right? Just like the top store logo, doesn't it look like that? The cube, right? Or the double-sided triangle, right? Diamond. So don't be fooled by these guys. They're nothing but devils. Let's again. All passes through three stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. Third, accepted as self-evident. Again, guys, before I get off these two right here, the agenda: centralize the power of the Vatican of Rome. Thesis: terrorism, faked or real, which they're not real. They're all fake. Antithesis: you know what, increasing the police state. Okay. Synthesis: removal of freedoms, transfer of power to the one world government. So that's what this is about. Let's get this off. As you guys can see, again, clowns, actors, and where were we going next? Right here. I think it was this one. World events do not occur by accident. They are made to happen, whether it is to do national issues or commerce, and most of them are staged and managed by those who hold the strings. Dennis Seeley. Again, no hero, but telling you the truth. One of their puppets telling you the truth, guys. Rat poison, right? The best liars speak a lot of truth, right? Because people are gonna, there are people, some people with discernment, some people with actions. So the way they trick them is they tell some truth. Some people might say, oh, they're telling me the truth about this, or telling me the truth about that. Why would they lie about this? Why would they lie about that? They have these gatekeepers that are, so-called earn people's trust. That's the whole Alex Jones, the whole give people the feeling that, that somebody's going to out them and expose them. And, it's controlled, guys. Those guys are all controlled. It's all contrived. Here's the family. His name is Garnell. Garnell is 33 numerology. These are my top story right there, right? The cube of Saturn. I said, and Diamond 33 numerology. We got so much to get through. We're gonna show these people the friend Cheska, I believe, or something like that's her name, and Yanni. Nothing but dupe and delight with these people. And we're gonna get into the dupe and delight and all this stuff, guys. Well, no, our disinformation program is complete when everything the American public believes is false. And people, they buy it, hook, line, and sinker. Okay, they believe it. They're eating it up. We're gonna get into all this. I kind of wanted to get into other things before I really get into. Of course, she's wearing the Boston shirt. Boston's 22 in numerology. 22 is the year of the tiger. For the year of the tiger is 42. But yeah, like I said, the years. Let me jump to here real quick and see what I'm talking about. Master numbers 22. Okay, 11, 33. Intuition master, master builder, master teacher. 22, 33, 11. Talk about numerology. Like I said, them are important. Also, 666, obviously, but 13 and 9. There's so many that are important. Obviously, this is all under fair use. I should have shown this in the beginning. I totally, completely forgot. And as you guys know, RV's shown this time and time again. They always love plugging their little license plates with the 33. So we'll watch that real quick. Let's see, turn the sound on. See if I can get this. HEN 1455, and as you guys seen, HEN 1455, 33 in numerology. You get your dual 33 because you get your 3 here and 3 here, but you also get your 33 here. So these people love it. How many people are going to have discernment? This is from the video of when it happened. This is the cops, and this is the guy right here being arrested, as you guys can see in camouflage. And they got the 33 right there. So that's just coincidence, I'm sure. Everybody's always the coincidence theory police anymore. Everybody thinks everything's just a coincidence. And it's kind of funny because it's not funny, but I mean, it's funny that people believe it. People buy everything, right? Just like soon as they had the Diane, or not Diane, I'm sorry, the Vicky and the Casey White escape, instantly, boom, they had another so-called escape, and they got everybody scared. Like I said, the whole thing about this, it's to divide and conquer, order out of chaos. It's to also make people fear, right? To make people, whether it's hate, racism, make them feel like they're not safe at home, they're not safe at concerts, they're not safe at work. You can't go to church, you can't go to schools, you can't go to a mall, you can't go to the spa, a movie theater, you can't go get dinner. You can't go anywhere anymore without something happening, and that's the whole thing they want people to think. Matter of fact, I should have took a picture of it, but one of the guys that they showed a picture of, he was in charge of like, um, let me see, because I did write his name down first, because they spotlighted him for a reason, obviously. But anyways, it said on one of his Easter egg books, right? He had hang it like propped up, showing for the camera. It said it could happen here, or it could happen anywhere, or something. And that's exactly what the whole point of this is. They want people to understand that, or think that it can happen anywhere. They control you through fear, right? Like I told you guys, it's that song. I want you to stop watching the news because the news contrives to frighten you, to make you feel small and alone, to make you feel that your mind is not your own. So really, they're stealing your mind. They're predictive programming you with some things. But like I said, these psyops have multi goals. It's not one goal. It's not just to breed racism and to breed hate and to separate the races, because that's always been their goal since the beginning. They've always been doing that, and then they'll slowly do little things to try to antagonize, uh, the sides to go into war. That's what they want. They don't want us coming together, uniting, loving each other, realizing that each other are not the problem. That none of us control what color skin we are born. So to be proud about it or to hate someone because of it is ridiculous. They're both ridiculous in themselves, you know. And it's ridiculous because it's totally a double standard, and that's part of the whole psyop of why they want people to fight each other. The whole double standard, this, that. They want all this type of thing. The whole same reason why they lie to people and make people think that colored people have always been slaves their whole life, and it isn't true. It's always dependent on your bloodline, on your um, connections in life, right? And that's always matter. Going back, hundreds of years, thousands of years, there's always been rich and powerful African American, colored people, however you want to say it. I just want to be respectful, but I'm just saying there's always been powerful people of every color, every nation. Um, they just might not be talked about. Um, but obviously, um, it's because they have had connections, right? So people need to understand in life, it's all about connections. Who whether you're born, to a millionaire, whether you're rich, poor. That's what it comes down to, and that's why these people in life are all willing to sell out and serve Satan, because they all want to be successful. They all want money. And I'll tell you, as somebody that's lived his whole life near the city of Flint, Michigan, uh, very stricken poverty city. I by no means am rich, and never have claimed that. Um, but I live in this city, and I'll tell you right now that um, it's it's not no city is one culture of people. When they say, oh, it's all this demographic kind of people, that's not true, because there's poor people in every race, color of life, right? Sometimes there might be little sections, I guess, where families might live and their whole family might live on the block or something like that, or whatever. I don't know how to really describe it, but for the most part, neighborhoods are pretty well integrated, right? And it's not about color, it's about how much money you make. And they want to make it about color, the rich people, because they want to have something for people to fight about, argue about. And that's what I said. It's order out of chaos, right? They create the chaos that they've had the solution for all along. And like I said, usually, and of course, he's got a 666 swirls all over this. But usually, there's a reason, a goal, that they want to accomplish out of this. Like I heard that Ben Crump, the attorney for the guy that I showed you earlier, he said that he wants a bill passed for anti-hate crimes or whatever. He also mentioned how always when there's white people that go crazy, how they're always taken alive. And you know what? That is one good point. People never ask themselves. And all these fake hoaxes, why are they're all taken alive? Now, I don't make it about color, but my wife will tell you I don't make anything about color. And I think anybody that does make stuff about color, you're looking for excuses in life and you're living the wrong way, okay? Have a good open heart, a good cleanful, godful heart, and you don't have nothing to worry about. Treat people with respect, treat people the way you want to be treated, love thy neighbor as thyself, and you'll be fine, right? None of us control our colors. None of us control what we don't pick, you know. So to be proud about it is stupid, and to hate someone because of it is even more stupider. So I just think that we never should fall in those lines. We come together, we should unite, and we should come against the real enemy, and don't fall for this division, because that's all it is. It's division and it's hate. And if you fall for it, you're gonna fall for their plan. Now this is probably gonna be a little bit longer live stream than other times, because I have a lot to get through, and I kind of am taking talking because it's very hurtful, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Sorry. Very, it hurts my pride is what I was gonna say. Um, and not hurts my pride. It just hurts my heart, I guess is the word, because people fall for this, and there's gonna be division and hate over this, and people aren't gonna like somebody because of this. And when you walk in the store, you're gonna get looked at different, to other people shopping, because they're gonna think, oh, this is how this person thinks. And it's sad because the news is truly controlling people. I'm someone that I hold the door open for everybody. Everywhere I go, I'm always respectful. I say yes, ma'am, yes, yes, sir, yes, whatever. I'm always very respectful, very polite. Treat people the way that I'd want to be treated. That's the way I believe that's how we all should be. And like I said, I'm not perfect. None of us are. But it just seems that ever since all this stuff has kicked off these last few years, the tension has really been rising. And when I hold the door open for people, instead of the normal thank you, a lot of times it's like, they look at me like, oh, like I'm supposed to do it, like I owe them opening the door, or and I mean this for like a lot of people, this entitled people. And we live in an entitled nation, an entitled generation, obviously, where they're trying to take away all of our values, all of our customs. They're trying to take everybody's individuality and culture away. They want everybody to be sheep, lost sheep following the herd. And we need to make sure that we come together, that we stop watching the news, we stop falling for all this. As you guys see, guys, this girl right here is interviewing a guy. He's a friend of the Aaron Spitzer, the cop who got killed. And like 22 is going to be one of the key numbers that we're looking for in the numerology with this psyop, and I'll show you. Also, there's other numbers, but of course he's a fraternity member, so he's obviously a Freemason, and obviously Freemasons promote other Freemasons, shills promote other shills, lost people promote other lost people. Let's see what this says. Sorry guys, I hate it does that. Sometimes it just sticks. Sometimes shows two things. That's the license plate. In case you guys doubt, ATN 1455 equals 33 numerology, just like I you guys. Again, sorry, I'm not sure where I was. Oh, the top sign again, like I said, you got the diamond right here, right? Also, it's the cube, right? The cube I've already exposed the cube of so-called Saturn or Satan, right? The cube of Satan. Tops equals 22 in numerology. I told you is one of the numbers that we're looking for. It's going to be a very popular number. Also, every one of the victims, so-called victims, their names equal 33 in numerology. I'll show you what I mean. Like I said, we're going to get to all that. This is going to be a longer live stream. Like I say, I do apologize if there's a lot of junk on YouTube, I guess, if you don't want the truth, if you're not interested or don't have the time to hear the truth. And like I said, it's not something I can speed through. It's something that I got to take my time with. like I said, with the Freemasonic initiation right here, where he's got his just like Pink, where he's got his right chest bare. And I'm going to all that. I'm going to show you the Freemasonic books. I'm going to show you guys so much. Like I said, sorry if it's all over the place, but psychopaths and duping delight. And duping delight is the pleasure we get over having someone else in our control and being able to manipulate them. Dr. Paul Elkman. Basically, it's when these people they get off on lying to you. You know, they know that they're saying a lie. They know that they're playing a role. They're an actor. And a lot of times, you know, just like when an actor is playing a part, a lot of times he'll start acting and he breaks cue, he goes off script, and he accidentally laughs. But dupe and delight is kind of like that, but it's happens with psyops, with psychopaths, right? When they start smiling. The Freemasons model order out of chaos. Government is creating the chaos so it can impose its definition of Orwellian order with public approval. And that's exactly what it is. They're going to have the public back this because they do events like this. So they're going to have, and of course he's wearing his 33. People say 33, yeah, I want to see 30. He's got a 3 here and a 3 on the other side. It's 33. It's coded. Like I told you guys, it's how these people communicate. I just read you guys from Manly P. Hall, where he said a great veil is going to fall and the nation learns to read symbolism. Where is it? Right here, sorry. When the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, a great veil will fall from the eyes of men. They shall know then the truth. Right there. When you learn to read symbolism, you will know the truth, okay? When you know what the blue horse stands for, the pale horse stands for, when you know what this stands for, when you know what all of it stands for, then you know the truth. And then you won't fall for their lies, right? But order out of chaos, new world order proven to be coming out of the abyss. 33, order out of chaos. Now, I'm going to touch on these. I'm going to show you guys, again, they love their 33. You see there's 33 comments. The zeros mean nothing. That's 33 comments and 33 subscribers. Look at this, 33 subscribers. Come on, give me a break, people. I mean, do I have to spell it out for you? Or are people going to wake up? Like I said, are they going to keep doing what their school, are they, you know, what they want, what their schoolmasters would have thought? Education should aim at destroying free will so that people are thus lives of thinking or acting otherwise. But not only have no they have no way of thinking. They can't see the forest for the tree. This guy's wearing his fraternity hat right up here, showing you guys who he is. $33. Check him up there. I guess this guy hit it up top. Okay, I see why he does that. All right. So again, Aaron Salter. A Salter is 22 in numerology, and that's what I mean. How you guys see the one letter right here, and then the rest of his last name, his first initial. They do that a lot. They'll do name or in last a little, or first name and middle name, and they do weird stuff to get their numerology. But they spotlight for their host. Their names always equal out in numerology. So again, with the dupe and delight. Oh, look at their little earpieces. That's another thing I wanted to touch at. You see their little earpieces they got in? Look at her earpiece right here. Being coached what to say. Not only has she got her little smile on her face, she's being coached what to say. And she's laughing the whole time. And it's funny because her attitude shows instantly. As soon as, I'm going to play the video for you guys. Like I said, maybe I should just get to it. I kind of wanted to touch on all this, but you guys see the dupe and delight, the smile, and like I said, we're going to touch into that. Of course, they got Nate Burleson covering it, of all people, right? What a clown. Some of my numerology notes, if you guys care less, most people could care less. But like I said, I only have an hour and a half to do this. I watched like 3 news articles, and I, put some stuff out. I kept flashing Monopoly on the screen. Of course, Monopoly is 42 in numerology. 42 and 44, of course. Hawaii, I'm 33 with Hawaii there. Hawaii is supposed to be over here. Um, but you guys can see here, and these are all people that they spotlighted. Like, the news anchors will spotlight, hey, we're going to talk to Joe Greenbot, and he's going to tell us about this. He was the CEO of the blah, blah, blah. They had Nate Burleson reporting, and Nate Burleson's 42 in numerology, right? If you guys want to read this, you're more than welcome to. Riley, the street name, 33 in numerology. Um, what did it say up there? Lead reporter, A. Kukowski, his name. Yanni B., one of the survivor witness, Garnell. Again, just, down here, the one guy who said he talked to him beforehand, he kept saying, oh, he said he was a genius and he was strange, which equaled the same thing in numerology. He kept saying about firecracker, which equal dual spins. Suspect was 18 years old, which equals 666. And not only was he 18 years old, they said that he drove like I don't know what's this one. There was a bunch of stuff where it said he was 18. 180 page docket. Why did I show this? There was a reason why I showed this. Oh, right here, 22. As you guys can see, it was for the Buffalo. You know what? The 22. With the numerology, because like I said, you guys are going to understand why 20 is so important when we get into this in a minute. Linda Davis, of course, with her green screen, acting like she's live on the scene reporting. And Linda Davis is 33 in numerology, which I'm sure you guys just seen if you read the chart. Linda Davis should be on there. Linda Davis, right here. Linda Davis, the reporter. So they pick these people to spotlight these certain events. Like I said, you see them sitting there smiling. It's so funny. Now, I want you to use your common sense now. You're in the store, you're working, any job, any place, this happens. Okay, you're at your job, and your child, your baby is there working with you, and all of a sudden something like this starts happening. Their reaction is not normal where they're smiling and laughing, and that would not be your now. People say, oh, everybody handles things different. Everybody reacts different. Yes, you can say that about death, I guess, whatever, but that's not how a normal person reacts from bullets being flying over their head and their daughter losing their daughter in the scuffle of and almost thinking their daughter had passed away and then they're sitting there laughing and chomping it and smiling like it's so funny. Like I showed you guys earlier, the Jesuits are behind it. This is their actor, their crisis actor, and you know, she just making her money, I guess. And if you guys don't know, like I said, I see there's another person in the room. I don't know if they've seen it earlier. I'll show it one more quick time. Where did it go? Entities. Oh, right here. Right here, the IHS, Jesuit dialectic, which is also called, the Hegelian dialectic, right, with the thesis and the antithesis. The agenda, centralization of power under the Vatican of Rome. The equals, goes to the thesis, which is the terrorism, fake or real, which they're always fake. This whole world's a stage. Okay, everybody that's on it is an actor, and anybody that's getting covered on with any national airtime, it's controlled opposition, and it's meant to happen. Antithesis, anti-you-know-what, increasing police state, which is what's been happening for a long time. What happened after 2000, and that was the point of that. Well, one of the big points was to introduce the police state. The synthesis, new thesis, removal of freedoms, transfer of power to the one world government, order out of chaos for the new world order. That's what it's all about, guys. One world order, new order out of chaos. So the Freemasons motto, order out of chaos. The government is creating the chaos so it can impose its definition. All right, so I want to make sure that I covered all the pictures before I actually get into the news stories and start showing you guys ridiculous videos and stuff like this. Shortly, the public will be unable to reason or think for themselves. They'll only be able to parrot the information they've been given on the previous night's news. And that's exactly why I'm covering this story, because a lot of people might say, oh, well, it's not that important. Who cares about the news? We all know it's fake. Yeah, we do, but somebody needs to put the truth out there, because there's millions upon millions, billions of people that believe it, buy it every day, and it affects our world greatly, whether we know it or not. And it's important to put the truth out there. Only so much we can say on YouTube. So I really need to look into getting on Rockfin, because I can talk on there uncensored. I can break down projects like I've never seen anybody else do, and I'm just going to be honest, because people just control opposition, and there's only so much they're going to put out there. So I'm going to obviously not everything, because I'm a person, but I'm going to get it, what I get the rock and CIA to keep and teach you hate. So we will let the establishment spend. That's why you heard people say, like, in poorer counties and poorer cities, they'd have shipments of not only drugs but guns um, dropped off in their neighborhood and just left. Why? Because they want chaos. They want people to hurt each other. They want people to hate each other. They don't want people to unite, right? This is a tactic that Satan uses to divide people. And unfortunately, people fall for it because they have no discernment. They don't look into it. They don't think that their government would lie to them. They're taught to trust government. FBI, ERT. Like, why are they showing this picture? Obviously, but their FBI, ERT is 33 in numerology. So they spotlight everything for a reason. There's that 18 again. And I'm going to get into why they're showing 18, why 18 is important. Um, and this whole thing here, there shouldn't be any type of supremacist, because, like I said, none of us pick our color. So to be, all this supremacy over it or whatever is absolutely ridiculous. But I'll digress on that, because, like I said, you have to answer to your maker one day. And if you have that hate in your heart, you're going to go through your whole life, a sad life. I feel sorry. We'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything the American public believes is false. Why don't you believe the director of the CIA when you believe everything else the CIA tells you? He's telling you that their disinformation program, which is what this is, it's a disinformation hoax propaganda. So why they've got their little whatever this is called right here, their little mics, their little earpieces. They're laughing. It's just so funny. It's just so funny. They get to be on TV, get a couple minutes of spotlight. He's got the 33 name, Garnell. That's why he's being spotlighted. This guy right here, he's just loving the airtime with his little eagle, phoenix, whatever you want to call it, rising from the ashes. Again, crisis actors, Jesuits are behind it. This is a little bit more of some of my writing in case you guys want to read, like I showed you guys earlier, and I'll show it one more time. We'll start with this one because it's closer. There's numerology, satanic, if you want to call it. I call it, it's all satanic, so that's the perfect name for it. But I call them Satan's numbers, is what I call them. But he has certain numbers, obviously. 666, obviously, everybody knows about. But 9 is very important to him. 9 is Satan's number. And that's what this whole thing is, which I've done a whole thing on about number 9 being Satan's number, 9, 13, 666. I am talking about specifically his numbers, okay? Like Freemasonic numbers, yes, those are Satan's numbers too. But Satan's numbers, I mean, actually represent Satan. Now, yes, they all represent him, per se, 33 in the psyops, but actually, the ones that the Satanists have taken and given themselves as those ones. Anyways, 589-page document, right? Which 5 and 8 everybody knows is 13, and you get your 13 and 9, so you get your 9 and 13, right? Again, that's the whole point of what they're doing right here, guys. And just like with the 11 right here, the 7, 11, the 1 and 4 plus 7 is 11. And like I said, we'll go to the side and I'll show you. When you're dealing with numerology and you're dealing with the occult, you gotta know your enemy. Okay, the intuition master 11, master builder 33, master teacher 22. Okay, that's not only this year, we're in the year 22, but this is the year of the tiger. Okay, and like I said, the year of the tiger, the number for that is 42. So I believe we've covered just about every topic on this right here. Like I said, we're going to get into this, but with the whole Freemasonic initiation, I'm going to read from Duncan's Ritual Manual. We're going to do that right now. According to the Monopoly, not only equals 42 in numerology, one of them, but it equals, but they got 6, 6, 6. So the reason why they're spotlighting this. Also, Diamond is 33 in numerology. Like I told you, these people with their 33s, right? The News Nation, 330 subscribers with 330 comments. And this was on the fake escape from the Vicky White and Casey White. And it was funny because I came back the next day and it had the same amount. And then I went back after they got caught, and all of a sudden it was two less. It was 3,028. And like I said, the zeros mean nothing. So while the whole psyop was going on, they kept it at 33. So all control again. The guy with the Kappa hat, 33 jersey, 3 on this side, 3 on the back. She's one of the crisis actor right here with the daughter with their little earpieces playing their game. So again, the 33 numerology play, and I think we covered it all. Oh, right here. Visited supermarket March 8th, and March 8th is 33 in numerology. Come on now, people. You can't make this stuff up. So with that said, we're going to end the screen share that for a second. We're going to get to, and let me show you guys this real quick. His guy's name who died, or not died, excuse me, who perpetrated this equals 11 in numerology, obviously. 11 is the number for the people who supposedly passed. 13, the people who supposedly, the number of people that were wounded or you total hit or whatever you want to say. I'm not sure how I can say it on here. And of course, we just showed 9 and 13 being the devil's number, 11 being a master number, and so very has a lot to do with this case. Well, his name 7 and 6 is 11 in numerology. Obviously, 11 people were African American who supposedly had gotten, died. There was 11 that had passed away. And like I said, this is all to build hate, to divide, the divide and conquer. They want people to not feel safe at home. That's the whole reason why they play. Not only all the news stories, but have you guys noticed all the channels that they have for murder, those murder shows? That's why they have all those murder shows, and a lot of those shows on there are fake, totally fake stories. With fake people. Remember, these people are actors. The world's a stage, okay? They got no problem going and hiring somebody and having them play a role. They're not going to just hire anybody. They're obviously going to, hire people that's in on it. It's either of the bloodlines or of the fraternities, of the fraternal organizations, people that have taken the satanic oaths, to never tell, and they know if the people do tell that they'll ruin their credit so bad nobody's ever going to believe them anyways, and people don't believe it anyways. You try to put the truth out there and people don't believe it. So they have every single channel anymore where it's like a murder show, murder mystery, ABC News, now it's all about where they're doing all these stories where somebody got killed fighting with their lover or this or that. It's all about fear. So that way people are scared to be at home. They want you scared to go to work, scared to go to church, scared to be at school, scared to be at a mall, scared to be at a spa, scared to be at a movie theater, scared to be at a concert. They don't think you're safe nowhere. And nobody ever questions anything. How are these people taken alive? All these psyops, people are taken alive. And I'm talking about for all colors and cultures, because there's been a lot of these psyops and the people are always taken alive. Kind of ironic, to say the least, but it's lack of discernment, saying a lot. But I also wanted to show you guys that I think it was March 8th. I don't remember. Equals 33 in numerology. Come on now. They're just going to tell you that he happened to go back there on March 8th, and that equals 33 in numerology. Well, you can only pull my leg, get me on my leg, and tell me it's raining so many times before I don't believe you anymore. Um, so we're gonna move along. Let me, and with the 18 real quick, I'm gonna show this before we get started with this other screen share because I want to. It's important for people to understand that 18 is 666. Okay, that's why they're spliting this kid. Okay, 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. Right, the whole Manning brought to you by blah blah blah. Hail Peyton. Right, and the guy's 18 years old. So it's important to understand this stuff, guys. It's important that you get comparison connections. Now, if you were watching somebody like Rat Liner's channel, you wouldn't get none of this truth because not only does he not know how to do this, but he's a shill, total mega shill. I'm sure he probably, I don't think he's ever shown a numerology calculator. But let me get started, guys, with the presentation. We're gonna waste no time. We're gonna get right into this. Obviously, you guys know what happened, but we're gonna get started with this because let me see if I can. All right, should be showing your screen right about now. Nope, I guess not. I had the other one up. All right, here we go. Sorry, I apologize. And give me 1 second. I'm trying to have trouble, it seems like, when I run stream, which is one reason why I'm not really that impressed with it. I don't know if it's actually StreamYard. Other people seem to have no trouble with it. I notice a lot of my live streams, I have trouble. The sound is messed up afterwards, and there's no reason for that. I'm talking through a $250 pair of Beats headphones. It has a high quality mic on it, so I don't understand what the problem would be there. I have the second fastest internet that my Xfinity offers. I think it's like 600 something per megabyte per minute. I don't know how it works or whatever, but they only have like 900 like that available. So, and it's not like they only have, it's either 6 or 9 or something. I'm not sure, but almost have the fastest internet you can get. So there's nothing for this. Have a high, modem good. Only thing I could think of is, they'll be trying to stop me from putting the truth out. It says you can wait for the page. Wow. Let me try to refresh this because the whole point of what I was going to show you guys, I guess I already showed you the picture, so I don't even need to really show you this. Let me stop this. Oh, wait. It's loading up now. So let me. I apologize. Give me 1 second. We're just going to right to the picture. And then I'm going to go into then I'm going to show you from the Masonic, what is going on here? Oh, I apologize, guys. We have it up going right now, though. Well, should. We'll see. What I was going to do is show you guys that him in court, where it shows him wearing the outfit, and then I was going to read from the Duncan's manual what's going on so that people know what they're saying. Because, yes, somebody can just say, oh, yeah, well, it's Freemasonic. That's why he's wearing that. But I actually want to show you from their book, from their beliefs of what he's doing, why he's doing it, what exactly is happening there. And I have no idea why this is doing this. It's really frustrating, to be honest with you, but um, it is what it is, and we got to roll with the punches. So I apologize. Best I got, it's not gonna do it for this one. They're obviously messing with me, so let me exit out of it. And what I'll do, put the picture one time because I do have the picture. I screenshotted it, and then we'll go to Duncan's manual because this is exactly what I figured was gonna happen. This is exactly why I took screenshots of certain things. So all right, so the picture will be shit coming on the screen right now, and I do apologize sincerely for that 2 minutes at bedtime, but um, something that happens in a second. Give me 1 second. Um, this is what I'm play, and I was just gonna play this quick little portion. And the reporter even touches on why he's wearing it, and they said, "Oh, he's wearing this ripped guard. They don't want him to hurt himself. He's got armed guards around him. He's gonna sell a cell on suicide watch, which is a padded room, and he's gonna be in usually they put him in a crazy suit, a Bam Bam suit or whatever, and they're just but and he can't hurt himself, so why would he need a paper cloth to give me a break? But you see, it's torn down here on the right side, uh, and I'm gonna show you exactly what we have going on here. So let me get to Duncan's Masonic. Oh, let me put it on the screen and then I'll read the comment. All right. Preparing the candidate. All right. Liberalism is a disease. You got that right. It's sad, man. People, they fall for this stuff hook, line, and sinker. They love it. Like I said, people are ever going into work right now as we speak, and they're, oh my gosh, did you hear what happened? Can you believe it? Ridiculous. But anyways, a candidate. Oh, sorry, guys. A Master Mason's Lodge is styled by the craft of the saint. Oh, go down. I went too far. A candidate for the sublime degree of Master Mason. Dang it. Master Mason is generally, as in preceding degrees, prepared by the junior deacon and the two stewards or some other brethren. The candidate is devised of all wearing apparel except his shirt, drawers, and if as not the latter, he is furnished with a pair of brethren. He is furnished with a pair by the brethren preparing him. Just like you guys see on the other side, a pair. You seen one on the right, one on the left, and they were officers. One was a lawyer, right? One was the drawers are rolled up just above the candidate's knees, and both arms are taken out of his shirt sleeves, leaving his legs and breast bare, which is what that was. That's why he was wearing like that little dress thing. A rope, technically called by a mason's cable tow, is wound around his body 3 times, and a bandage or hoodwink is tied very close over his eyes. So instead of him wearing the hoodwink over his eyes, he was wearing it over his mouth, right? He was wearing it over his mouth, right? So there's a reason for all this stuff, guys. And if you guys don't know, I've went through this book and I've broke down a lot of these degrees and what happens in the degrees, and the shakes, the Master Mason's April, trowel, all this. I went through and read it. So right here, if you guys don't know about it, like I said, I will do it again because it was on my other channel. And if you're new, I want to do it again on this channel. Like I said, big reason why I'm not covering the NFL on this channel anymore, because it was a reason for them to flag my account. Now they found other reasons to flag my account already. I'll tell you that they have already gave me strikes. My first live stream back, I've only done like 3 now, maybe 4. And my very first one, the Brazen Serpent, they took it off and they said they hit me for medical misinformation, and I never said nothing about nothing. I'm smarter than that. I try to pick my words very, very carefully. So they obviously don't want me on YouTube. They don't want the truth out there. Go figure. But it's real important, like I said, to me to get this truth out there. And so we're gonna keep moving along, and we are not gonna stop the show. And I appreciate everybody. And like I said, I do believe it's important. That's why I'm spending time on it. Um, it's what you have right here. And like I said, you see some people that are with his breast exposed, right? He's got the blindfold over his face. You see Pink right here. She's got her breast exposed, her legs exposed, right? And she's wearing the blindfold over her eyes. Now, you can put the blindfold over your eyes, or you can do what Satanists do and do it backwards and put it over your mouth with the whole you guys know what, you know. I'm not even going to touch on that because I don't even want to get the algorithm thinking that we're talking of that, because we're not. But yeah, it's just Freemasonic. That's what it is. I seen Born Again Barbarian. Brian Denlinger was pushing this as a real event, but he was saying, "Oh, it's a Freemasonic. It's a coded Freemasonic event. Can't you guys figure that out?" But these people are sick. They're actually hurting people. No, nobody's passing away with these. You know, that's not how it happens. They don't sacrifice these people. They wouldn't have so many people lined up um, to join and to take these people's spots if they were sacrificing these people. Okay, that's a psyop. And there used to be so many fake YouTubers on YouTube that used to do that. They used to love doing that. They would uh, say, "Oh, Tupac was a sacrifice." I think. Well, I can't think of the guy's name. Was it something conspiracy? Oh, I can't think of the guy's name. Um, I can't think of it. It'll probably hit me later. But he used to do a lot of those, and every single one was a sacrifice. Aaliyah was a sacrifice. Kanye West sacrificed his mom. So and so sacrifice. These people don't sacrifice anybody. It's a Freemasonic initiation hoax, or it's a Freemasonic uh, hoax to get to the next degree, right? These people, that's how they get. A lot of times they earn their due, they earn their keep. That's how they get the next degree. That's how they get their comeuppance, right? You know, they're down for the cause. They're down for the Baphomet. They'll do these rituals, and we're gonna get in. We're gonna move along. Let me see if I can share my screen. Maybe if I share my screen, it'll make it easier than having to share it individually. And then maybe it'll actually play the video. 'Cause I have a couple of videos that I want to share. So let me see if I can share my whole screen. Entire screen right there. Sorry, guys. Um, so, all right. So you guys, okay, perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Where were we? We were here. Actually, we can just jump to the beginning. I'll go through them all real quick. Yes, of course, is the clown. And look what they're showing right here. The Hawaii pick. Remember I showed you guys Hawaii is 33 in numerology, right? Go figure. I'm sure, right? Oh, geez. People just blow my mind with their ignorance, you know? But, of course, they're going to people are just sheep. I don't know. I don't know how to say it without actually calling someone stupid, which I don't want to call people stupid. They're ignorant. People can say, "Oh, they are stupid." They're ignorant, okay, and deceived. I guess would be the better word. So again, with the pink initiation, of course, he was wearing all white. This is the Masonic initiation outfit right here, and you've seen this is what he was wearing. Um, that was that Masonic candidate suit right here. I always try to keep the stuff up where I got it, so that way someone can't say, "Oh, how do we know that's a Masonic outfit and not just some person's outfit?" It's a Masonic outfit. MasonicSupplyShop.com. Masonic candidate suit. Okay, guys. So it's important to understand what you're looking at, know what you're looking at. Okay, that's what this is. Same thing, guys. Right breast, and if you know about their obligation that they take, which we'll go down here to see if it's got their obligation. I know it does have their obligation, but I don't know if it's on this page. Uh, oh, actually, it will be up here. No, it would be. Sorry, guys. They're in different spots for each degree. So, the master is given the word, Maha Bon, a low breath, request the candidate to repeat it with him, which is wise. Master whispers, yeah, we've already done all that. Okay, yeah, that's all about King Solomon. Very useful information right here. All this stuff, guys. So information. Like I said, need to know your enemy. So we'll go through all that. I don't want to go through it right now because, like I said, I'm gonna make a live stream for it. Actually, for it. And you can read all this if you guys want. Pause it. You were received on the point of the compasses pressed in your naked left breast, the moral of which was explained to you. On entering the second note, you will receive the angle of the square, which also explained to you. I now received you both points of the compass, extending your naked left to your naked right breast. He here places both points against the candidate's breast, which he is to teach you that the vital part of a man are contained within the breast. So the most excellent tenets of our institution are contained between the points of the compass, which are friendship, morality, and brotherly love. Blah blah blah. That's what they tell a low initiates until you get higher up, and then you find out what a lot of this stuff really means. So, yeah, I don't see the obligation, and it should be, but yeah, we don't. I got too much to. Anyways, so we were right here, right? Yeah. Again, same thing. I think we were right here, but same thing as you guys see right here. And we're gonna stop talking about that and that there, and we're gonna get into dupe and delight. Okay, dupe and delight, guys. And as you guys can see, liars, identifying liars with the dupe and delight, right? These guys get off on. Oh, did not. These guys get off on it, right? 32 seconds just so happens to be, right? And if you guys don't know, I'm not sure if I mentioned this too about the dual 33s, because I mentioned this a lot about the dual 33s, the 33 on each side. Order out of chaos, their motto. But like I said, I'm not sure if I've shown this before, so I wanted to show this in case I forget. Again, here you got the same eagle or phoenix, whatever you want to call it, I guess, depending. Everybody has a different name for it. Phoenix rising from the ashes, the eagle or whatever, the falcon, double-headed right there. Same thing that guy was wearing next to that lawyer in that picture that I showed you guys, Ben Crump. And then the dude next to him, his name was 33 in numerology. So all this happens for a reason. So again, the dupe and delight, you can see these guys, they're just, look at them, psychopaths, okay? Because they're lying to us and they get off on it. So you can remember, Now, I could get into the numerology part about it. There's, other than showing you my notes and actually put in all this stuff, but I think I'll save that for another time. Maybe I'll do another live stream on it tomorrow. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it, but I believe that the numerology aspect is important, very, very important to it. But it's something I kind of got to dedicate its own time to, and it takes a little while because I like to explain things thoroughly to make sure people understand. Was this the guy? Okay, yeah. Again, you can see that this person right here, she's biting her tongue, and then this one's getting ready to try to act like she's gonna fake cry.
That you needed to start running.
Look at him looking back and forth, not passing the mustard.
The first thing I felt was a pain in my neck. My stress point was extremely sensitive. I turned to my daughter to speak to her, and we heard gunshots. I didn't start running at that point. No.
Do you see your daughter smiling and looking down?
One did. We all
Of course, Unit 45, which 4 and 5 is 9, Satan's number.
stood still and looked towards the front door before we started running. We saw the security guard backing up and going for his weapon, and we all began to run.
And Yania, you made the
Look at her. She's trying so hard to hold it together and not about laughing.
decision, though, to hide, right? You didn't start running. You wanted to hide and be quiet. Now, do you remember that
You
moment?
can tell she's lit. Look at the little smirk. But you can tell she's listening to something. Like I showed you guys her little earpiece that they're wearing. Both of them. She's wearing her earpiece on this side. And why are they wearing earpieces? They're not newscasters. They're not news anchors. They don't need to be fed anything. They don't need to be fed a line telling them what to say, when to say. It doesn't make no sense. You know, people say, "Oh, well, they're listening to this guy talk." No, they're listening to because they what this guy is saying is on the screen too. So don't forget that they're reading and they're getting into but duping the light right there.
And what came over you to make you do that instead of start running?
It was something my mom taught me since I was a kid. If you don't feel like you can run, because I was frozen.
Doesn't pass the muster, guys. You guys just see her laughing, smiling. Just
You can run because I was frozen.
look at this. Is this fear? Is this anxiety? Is this panic? Is this? Okay, look at the mom. The mom's just trying to hold up the resting you know what face. And her mom just don't care about lying to people. But this girl's getting off on it. Obviously, she's a young girl. She gets to be on TV. So to her, she's loving it. She's getting to be spotlighted. You know, she's getting to get her few minutes of fame. She gets to get this attention. She loves it. Of course she does.
In time, I literally couldn't move, so I thought best to hide.
Of course, at Tops Supermarket, with Tops being 22, which I told you, 11 people passed away. And I told you how these guys work in opposites, right? They love the duality of 11 and 11, and 33 and 33, right? 11, 11. I told you guys it's a master number. Sorry if I can speak. It's a master number. Proven this, showed you this.
Hide instead of try to run and get caught, you know.
Look at her smiling.
Yania, as you were hiding,
Does not pass the mustard.
what were you hearing around you?
I heard
I heard, I mean, just bad acting, guys.
all the gunshots. I heard all
Look at her.
the
She's looking down, reading something. Oh, she's either reading a screen what she's supposed to say, and she's got this Don Lemon guy or whatever he is, you know, telling her what to say, or she's reading it off the screen, you know, one or the other, but she's getting told what to say. And you can see him look off screen a couple of times. You can see the mom look. She's got her screen's probably what she's supposed to say. Her screen's here what she's supposed to say. And the earpiece is probably where he you know they can't override the guy who's talking to him and tell him what to say. She might have two in. They really might have two in. If they got one, they might have two. But they're definitely being fed what to say.
the bodies fall.
Who says that? How do you remember seeing the bodies fall when you're hiding crunched down behind the thing? Thought you won't be able to see nothing. You're hiding down in the cash register little booth. This is what happens when liars don't realize their stories don't make sense. When people actually have critical thinking, people actually look at something, they're like, hey, their body emotion's not right. They're you know, the words that they're saying aren't matching up with the emotions that they're expressing.
I heard everything. It was terrifying.
And
Look at her. It was terrifying. It was so terrifying. This is terrible, guys. People need to see how terrible this is because they're pushing hate with this. People say, "Oh, it's innocent, it's harmless. Let them do their hoaxes." No, it's not innocent and harmless. And I just showed you guys where it says the CIA's sole function is to propagandize the American people, to propagandize the American public, to make them think and believe the way that they want them to think. And they said their end goal would be for no one to be able to decipher the truth for themselves, that when they see things on the line, when they see things on the news, believe everything they see, and everything they see will be contrived fake lies. And that's the time we're living in. That's exactly what's going on right now. And as you guys can see, I obviously can't get views. 228 views, 26 views in 48 hours. They're censoring my channel like crazy. And I know how to tag. I know how to do all this, the things that should make my video be seen, at least more than they are. And it's not. I mean, if you add 48 hours, I have almost 200 videos. That's not even one view a video per day, you know what I mean, per day. So uh, that's not adding up. And I know I at least get one view a day. So they're obviously, the numbers that they're putting on there aren't real. They're censoring my truth, and I've already lost 2 channels because of it. That's another thing, guys. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. I would appreciate it if you could go like my backup channel. I mean, subscribe to it, because you never know what could happen. And so subscribe to that one. I appreciate it.
Fragrance, as you're trying to run and get to safe.
Fragrance. Speaking of smell, this doesn't smell right. But let's jump ahead. These guys are liars.
Yeah, it was pretty devastating.
Look at her. She's laughing. She's trying not to laugh. You guys hear that? Let's hear what the question was.
Yeah, it was pretty devastating.
Process of yours and all going on, you were thinking about the kids at home.
Yeah, it was pretty devastating. I said if I try to go back, if she's.
Look at her laughing and smiling. See, she gives it away. That's why I said some of these crisis actors are better than others. She's not bad, not great. Obviously, you got the dupe and delight. You can read right through her, read her face. You can tell that she's a liar. Anybody with any discernment, but she's better than a lot of them. You can see her little earpiece, see her earpiece. They're better than a lot of them. She is not. She doesn't pass the mustard, and I'm not sure why they put her on here, because it would have made it seem a lot more believable if they just would have put her on here. And as you guys seen her, she's the same one I showed you earlier with the 33 husband wearing the 33 jersey, or the boyfriend. I'm not sure which he is.
Still alive. She could see me get killed. That would be devastating to her. I don't know how she would recover and not have me to support her. There was also the thought that if I go back and I get killed.
Live backwards is evil. I showed you how Satanists do things in reverse. Of course, they want to put their evil right on top of tops, right next to their little satanic Saturn, cube right there. Like I said, I've exposed the cube of Saturn, cube of Satan, in a video. So if you haven't seen that, check it out.
And she's already gone, that the children would have no one. I mean, I have other kids.
Look at her. She's trying it together, but she just doesn't sell it. Sorry, you don't pass the mustard.
And I have my husband, but to lose your mother and your grandmother, and for my younger kids to lose their mom and their oldest sister would be devastating.
Ganya, what was the reunion like when you all finally were able to get back together?
Look at that. Look at this. Ridiculous.
I cried a lot.
You cried. How is that an appropriate comment? Most people, they would be like, "Oh my gosh, I was so thankful. I was just thinking, God, I was so happy. I couldn't, I can't put into words that feeling. They wouldn't be busting out laughing, smiling. Look, they know it's fake. They know it's not real. They know they were in no real danger. They know it's all contrived. That's why they can laugh and get away with it. And people won't think twice. People are going to go into work today. They're going to go in their job. They're going to be talking about this. People are going to be sitting around the dinner table talking about this. And the sad part about it is there's going to be laws that are passed over this. There's going to be, and they'll keep doing these things to get their end goal accomplished. Whatever that is, whether it's the hate crime law that they wanted, that Ben Crump was talking about in the interview, or whether it's to take away the Second Amendment, which really that's what a lot of these are about. That's they immediately made this a hate crime. Which how would they have known that? Especially with the guy supposedly shooting both races of people. I shouldn't even said that word, but they hate when you use bang bang, but it just doesn't pass the smell test. They made it into a hate crime instantly. How would they know it was a hate crime instantly? How did they know that guy's heart instantly? Because it was all contrived. This is made for TV. It's just like a movie, guys.
Would not let me go.
I would let her go.
At all. I'm like,
All right, we're done with this. I can't take no more of that. And then we're gonna watch this other dupe into light guy. And like I said, they picked this Rachel girl because they love the play on names. Her name was Rachel Lynch. Ad's gonna pop up. Take me 5 seconds. See, that's the weird part of why the other video wouldn't play, because usually when I'm on StreamYard, it does delay it a second. Like I said, I don't know if that's YouTube or what that is, but let's watch this real quick. And like I said, every time I see these people with their fake psyops, they always have the dupe into light. Like I said, you got the girl here with her name Lynch, right? And this whole thing is like a race crime thing, so, right? So her name is Lynch, right? So it's supposed to be like the play on the words, just like they did with Dr. Carver, and he's supposedly doing autopsies. His name is Dr. Carver. So, well, I was gonna play this, and I was gonna end it there until the second. I was gonna do 2 parts to this live. So I'm gonna do the numerology part and a second part, and I wanted to get through video to show you guys what this guy said in his reaction, but it looks like it's not gonna play, and I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on it because I do have a prior engagement, and this video took a little bit longer than I thought it would take. But the information is very important.
And right now, we want to go back to
of course, 18K, right, likes. I'm not saying that's real or fake, but I don't know whether it is or not. But 18 has been, he's 18 years old. 18 is the number of Satan, right? They found a 180-page document, which 18 we all know is 666, Satan's number. So they code these things, guys, just like the license plate that I showed you. How many times has RV Truth showed you guys license plates, the E33?
And now we want to back to the scene of the crime.
News Force Kara Lynch has been at the scene all afternoon and all evening.
See, I'm having trouble myself for you guys.
You can bring us an update now. Tara?
And they go to mute.
But I've been telling you one story since we first came on the air, and it was about this man here, Grady Lewis.
Did you guys catch that? You see all those devil horns she was doing?
First came on the air.
You see her right down there?
And it was about this man here, Grady Lewis. You were in that Tops earlier this afternoon.
Sorry, guys, thing's jumping around. I'm not sure why.
But I've been telling you one story since we first came on the air, and it was about this man here, Grady Lewis.
I was trying to slow it down so you guys could see her doing it. Of course, you can see the pinky up there and the pointer finger up there.
You were in that Tops earlier
and
this
she'll do it again.
afternoon. We're going to get to that story.
Of course, Tara Lynch, like I told you guys, the play on names, just like Dr. Carver.
But you told me just a few moments ago that you actually spoke with the suspect yesterday. He was
also, this guy's wearing a shirt that says BLACK King, and in numerology that's 22. Like I told you guys, the number for this psyop, one of them was 22. The main, obviously 11 victims die. You double that, it's 22. Just like with Freemasonry with their number 33, they have the 33 on both sides, and it comes out to 66. But Black King T-shirt, top store, camping. This guy's gonna say a bunch of code words, and every code word he said was 22. He's gonna say, "Oh, the guy talked about going camping. Camping 22." He's like, "Oh, the guy talked about a blue car getting towed. That's 22." He says, "Oh, I bought him a water or something like that," or we talked about something about water. That's 22 in numerology. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up.
Was here. Tell me more about that.
I seen him, and he looked strange in the neighborhood, but he had a genius shirt on, so I wanted to see if he was a genius. And we sat and talked about string theory,
Ridiculous.
critical race theory, beginning of civilization, and he seemed like he was a genius, actually.
You see the smiling nonstop. You don't see the dupe and delight. You also see the sun worship right here, the illumination of sun worship. Also, it's a very powerful spell casting symbol. That's a hexagram right there. It is not the Star of David. I don't care what anybody says. Nowhere in the Bible was David instructed to make a sign for that star. He was not supposed to, he never created a symbol. There's nowhere in the Bible that says he created a symbol for that star. So with that said, that is a hexagram. It is it's from the Jewish Kabbalah. It's a spell casting symbol, and of course they have to have their sin there. So I just thought I'd also point that out, along with his dupe and delight, along with her name being Tara Lynch.
He said he came up just to see the countryside, and he was going to go out camping. He bought a
see, camping 22 in numerology.
Big thing, a jug of water. He had a little nervous.
Water is 22 in numerology. His shirt is 22 in numerology. The name for the supermarket is 22 in numerology.
Switched to him. I bought him something to drink, and we sat and talked for about an hour and 45 minutes after seeing the pictures and seeing the blue car that I seen him got into yesterday. So it's a shock right now, and he told me his name was Peyton.
Remember, they found he's 18 years old supposedly, and they found a 180-page document. Now the 0 means nothing on the 180, so you get your 18 again. I mean, they're ridiculous.
So it's a shock.
And we did see a blue car get taken away from this scene just about a half hour or so.
11,
and you were saying that you were speaking with him.
Numerology, it equals 22, but in Calvin it equals 11. So like I told you about, the 11, it's like 11 so-called victims,
on a bench that's located outside of this top.
Yeah.
And there's another news article, which I thought I had up, but I don't, video. Maybe it was the one that I crossed out, because I crossed out 2 of them because they wouldn't play. But interview, the pictures that I showed you guys are the 2. One was Nathan Twitchell. He was a friend from school. And the other one was a girl, Cassandra Williams. Her name equals 22 in numerology. Nate's equals 22 in numerology. What else was I going to say? Oh, she's wearing a Boston shirt, which Boston equals 22 in numerology. She's wearing a Cougar shirt. They said they went to the Savannah. I wrote it down. Susquehanna Valley Central, which of course that's also dual 11s. That school's name. But the Cougar is their mascot. Cougar is 22 in numerology, and so they're talking about their classmate friends, and they mentioned that he wore a hazmat to school, and a hazmat outfit. And hazmat is 9 and 22 in numerology. So you just can't make this stuff up, folks.
That's the bench that earlier today, when I first got here, you were the first person.
Oh yeah, let me say one too. Plus, they said graduated in June of 2021. They were showing pictures of graduation. So that is 11. There was 11 BLACK victims, and Grady Lewis, also Grady equals 11 in numerology, and this is his name, Grady Lewis.
I spoke to you, were telling me that bench is your office, and you usually like to stop and sit there and talk to people that are passing by. Today you didn't stop, so walk me through your afternoon here at the top.
Well, I went in there and got me some a juice, and I didn't want to sit there today, so I walked across the street and I opened up my juice.
This is the worst interview you ever heard. I mean, if you don't see the dupe and delight nonstop, you don't even have a story. I mean, it's just a joke. Look at him. Look at the smiling. Yeah, I get to get my 5 minutes of fame. I get to be on TV. Woo! This is great.
Today you didn't stop.
Yes.
So walk
He
me
feels
through.
like what his shirt says. He feels like a king because he gets to be spotlighted and be on TV and tell his lies.
Your afternoon here at the Tops.
Well, I went in there and got me some a juice, and I didn't want to sit there today, so I walked across the street and.
Look at this ridiculousness. It looks like he's almost reading something, reading off a cue card or something. But he's just smiling, just absolute joke. This guy right here is a clown, a quiz actor. And they had one girl they showed on the news where she straight fell on the ground and was screaming. I mean, it was like the Jeffrey Dahmer trial, or that, you guys don't know that that's a hoax too, but the whole Jeffrey Dahmer hoax was a hoax. And they had that girl, Jeffrey, I hate you, Jeffrey, I hate you, Jeffrey, and she was doing the same thing. And it's theater, guys. That's what it is.
And I opened up my juice, and as I
My
opened up my juice, I heard what I knew wasn't a firecracker. And I looked up, and I seen a guy shooting people.
And like I told you, those were all key words. Firecracker, all has it all equals up with numerology. Like I told you guys.
Then I seen a security guard run inside, and then I seen him going after him, shooting. Then I saw him come back out. And
he keeps looking in the same spot right here. He's reading off something. He's looking in the same spot. That's why I said if you watch these people, they're being fed. They're reading off screens and monitors.
He had all camouflage on, and glasses, and helmet, and then he put the gun to his head, and he dropped it. He took off his gloves. He took off.
This is all for dramaticism, for theater, and for effect. Look, he's completely looking. Look where he's looking. So it's ridiculous, guys. Like I said, anyway, this guy in discernment can see right this. And like I said, I'm spotlighting this because I believe it's really important in a day where people believe absolutely everything they see on TV. It's like your Nixon said, and I meant to put the quote in the picture stage where I share the pictures, and basically he said, well, not basically, his exact words were, the American people don't believe anything until they see it on television, and then they take it as fact once they see it. And that's exactly the truth. The American people, they think they're so smart and educated and incapable of being fooled, incapable of having any wool pulled over their eyes. And they're so, the pride, right? Our pride takes over, our ego takes over, right? We don't want to admit that we are capable of being wrong, that we're duped. We don't want to admit that, right? We don't want to admit that this story is fake and that, everything on the news is fake, right? It's so much easier to turn on the TV, live in Matrix, live in that world, because as soon as you start asking questions, investigating, then all of a sudden you become an outcast. You are not liked anymore. Your friends don't want nothing to do with you. You don't really, if you can call them even friends. I mean, the people, what I mean. Your family. Truth seems like it divides people, and the truth can definitely divide people because people reject it and people choose to ignore the truth instead of embracing the truth. And we all need to have the mindset and put our egos aside, put our pride aside, understand that we're all capable of being lied to, that we're lied to from cradle to birth. So of course they lie to us on a grand scale about everything. And we live in a day and age where everything we see now is lies. It's contrived and it's fake, and it's created chaos, and it has a purpose, it has a goal. And a lot of times those goals are dual purpose, multi-purpose, not just one purpose. It isn't just for one reason to just accomplish one thing. It's to accomplish several things at once. And these things lately have just been like a snowball going downhill. They just keep building momentum, getting steam, having more and more similar stories because nobody's calling them out on it. The second that somebody calls them out on it, and that a lot of the truth starts getting out there, and people say, start really fighting against it, that's when they'll stop and they'll lay off their plans for a while. They're never going to stop trying to create a one world government, the new world order. That's prophecy. That's written in the Bible. They're always going to do that. We may be able to delay it, slow it down a little bit. We may be able to, get a little bit more time with our loved ones, but we're not gonna stop the inevitable. These people have a goal, and Satan has a. They're doing Satan's work. They're doing Satan's bidding, and they're gonna accomplish that goal sooner or later. And I guess the best we can do is hope for that it's as late as possible, and try to push it off for as long as we can. But eventually, like it or not, it's going to come. This new world order system, this one world currency, um, and all these fake truthers, and they're not telling the truth. They're not putting any truth out there. So definitely use discernment if you watch any of those channels and that are so-called truth channels. The government controls everything. So if somebody has a big following, if they're getting a lot of views, they're getting thousands of views per video, something's wrong. The government, doesn't allow that. The world is their stage. YouTube, Twitch, or excuse me, not Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. They're all the tools of the devil. They're not going to let anybody have a following and be famous and be big. That's actually credible. That's not controlled opposition. Like unless I'm sorry, I'm trying to get tongue tied. They're not gonna let nobody get top unless they're controlled. People like Alex Jones are a perfect example. People like Mark Dice, Glenn Beck, Bill Cooper, John Todd. They put a little bit of truth out there, and mix their rat poison in. Like I said before, the greatest liars tell a lot of truth, and I heard that from RV's analogy, and that's a great analogy. We're gonna end this here. I don't want to watch any more of that guy. He's a clown. It's dupe and delight. Let me see what the comments are. Sorry guys, I wasn't reading it. What is the truth? Trends in counter programming. Police should have. Are you a racist? Did we get extra racist in here? We did. It said extra points in the books for anyone who can get him. Wow. You should be kicked out of here, whoever, or kicked off of you, Arkansas, or whatever your name is. This guy is coming at 5:54 after everything was over. After I spent an hour presenting all my facts, showing all the fake stuff, showing all the dupe and delight, showing that, showing the Freemasonic hoaxes, right here, showing all this, all the reading the initiations, showing all this stuff, showing the numerology, showing the video, and he's going to come in here and spread hate, and that's the whole point. Police should have blah blah blah, that little what. This is what it's pushing, guys, and I'm glad that this actually these comments came up, because this is exactly what we're pushing against. This is exactly why it's important to get the truth out there, because this is what those type of stories push. When people believe it, it pushes hate in their heart. And this is, sadly, guys, I'll tell you, this is a lot of what the society we live in. This is what it's pushing. People to each other instead of coming together, loving each other, finding common ground. They're going to look for ways to divide and conquer and tear people up. And it's sad. The Topps logo is absolutely Wayne. Sorry guys, I don't really pay attention to the comments because I'm presenting and I'm talking, and it's important for me to cross my T's and dots my I's. So I didn't pay attention that people were causing strife in the chat, and I should have done a better job of paying attention to that. So I will next time. I do apologize, but I want to show you guys the comments. Extra points on the books for anyone who can blah 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 blah. This is what they teach, and it's sad, and I don't want to have any part of spreading this, being a part of this. And I'm glad that happened, just so I can show you guys of why I am doing posts like this, why I'm doing content like this, because a lot of people might not understand why I would waste my time on. We all know the news is fake. It's all contrived. It's very easy to prove that. Every story is fake. But I wanted to take the time to actually show people, and hopefully I've done that. Like I said, I'm going to do another part where I talk about the numerology of this. And I believe that's a very, very important part, because that's how the occult communicate: signs, symbols, numbers, colors, and dates. So let me show this one more time, because the guy who said no proof, let me put this back on screen for him, so that way he can don't have to go back and listen to the whole thing. But people who are behind the New World Order, I already showed you guys the Jesuit oath and the oath that they take disgustingly, and what they believe, and they're willing to wage war against anybody and everybody, sadly. So this right here, come on, there it goes. All right, this right here, International House of Jesuits, right here, guys. So the point is pretty well proven on its own. Let's show that, and then we'll go right to here. And I apologize for all you guys that's already seen this, but in case that guy is still in the room, I want to show him that this is what it's about. Let's click this, and then we'll click the other one. And these are crisis factors. And you falling for the hate in your heart, saying, "Oh, kill that little such and such, and do this and do that, and I'm going to give money for this and that." That's what they want. They want the hate in your heart to show. They want you to, fight with your fellow man instead of coming together. They want you to be prideful of your race, and instead of being humble, instead of loving one another. Same symbol right there, buddy. Okay? Sun worship. These people are Luciferians, Masons, Freemasons. Okay, you haven't watched my channel where I've exposed all this, broke all this down. This is the second channel now where I've had, sorry, I keep saying that. This is the third channel I've had, and I have a fourth one that I'm just started, just because you never know with these people. You might as well try to have a backup while you can. So make sure you guys subscribe to my backup channel. But boom, 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 boom. They create the chaos, right? And they create the order, right? He who has the gold makes the rules, right? Well, these people have all the gold. They've stolen all the gold. So I'm going to end it there, guys. It's been a long day for me, and I have still to go to work and to do some other things. So hopefully this has been a blessing to you guys. God bless you all. Don't fall for the hate. Don't fall for the propaganda. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I appreciate it. Like I said, this was turned out very good. I'm glad that we had the little troll show up at the end, so that way we can expose people like him. God bless you all, and peace. Have a good night and good week.